You are listening to the Pacers Report with Mike Rich every Monday on the Central Indiana Sports Report.
Pippen challenging. He's going to have to get it in. He's having trouble. Gets it to Reggie for three.
He's in the lane. He nearly lost it. He backs up and unloads a three. Oh! That did not happen! It hit the back of the rim. It popped high into the air. And it dropped gently through the net.
In 49 states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana.
Welcome back, Pacers fans, to the Central Indiana Sports Report for this week's Pacers Report with Mike Rich every Monday on the Central Indiana Sports Report. Mike and I talked about the Pacers win over the Thunder on Saturdays. Greg and his friends talk sports, but here we are to talk a little bit more in depth about what was easily, I think, the biggest win of the year. I think probably the best performance of the year, Mike, and I think the thing that really stood out to me is the guys who are going to be around next year: Nembhard, Nesmith, Siakam, Walker, and Furphy in particular. They all looked really good.
They all showed up last night. Just a fantastic game. It was probably the best game they've played all year. They led from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. I think they were only down once when it was 2-0, and from that point on. A little nervous when Oklahoma City came back right there at the end of the second quarter, and I think they got within 5 or 6 points, and I was a little nervous about that because they were up by like 17, and I was like, here we go. But they came out in the third and they played well, and kept that. It was competitive. It was really competitive. They came to play, which is really good. Last time they played on that floor, they lost in Game 7. So, it was an emotional win too. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna motivate this team a little bit, and I think we're gonna see a few more wins in the next couple games.
Yeah, look, they got a little lucky. Oklahoma City's got a few guys out. They didn't shoot very well, but they really took Oklahoma City's best shot. Oklahoma City wanted that game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was playing as hard as he could. Chet Holmgren played a good game. But the Pacers played well. And before the season, Mike, I predicted they'd win 50 games without Halliburton. Looking back, that was pretty dumb. But if this had been your core all year and you had Obi Toppin as well and Ben Mathurin as well, and things had worked out right with all that, this is a pretty good team.
It is. And that was everyone's caveat at the beginning of the year. We all thought that the team had a lot of potential, but we also knew that any key injuries to this team without Halliburton was going to be pretty devastating and difficult for us to get back to where we were last year or get back even to the playoffs. It's been a tough season for the wins, but I think this team still plays hard. With whatever they put on the floor, they seem to play hard, which is promising. And to see some of these young guys grow. For the performance Jarris Walker had Friday was phenomenal. He played really well. It's exactly what we've been looking for the last most of the season. That's what we were hoping for in the beginning. That's what we were looking for, that type of performance, and for him to continue to grow. And he took his hair, he got his hair out, and he just played like what we've expected and what we were hoping for. Johnny Furphy, just some really big plays as well. The block on Holmgren, I think it was in the third quarter, that was super motivating and super cool to watch as well. But to see these young guys step up, and I think we have Mathurin and Toppin in that rotation we probably win. We're probably closer to 20, 22 games of winning. Probably double what we have. But, it is what it is. And, now we're third from the bottom and creeping up.
That's right. Good news and bad news, no matter what happens.
It is, but I think it's a deep enough draft that we're going to get a good piece this year. Anywhere in the lottery, we're going to get a good piece. You really want in that top four, but if Boozer falls a little low, I don't think Boozer's falling out of the top four.
None of those four are falling out of the top four. They're going to be the top four. It's no matter what order. But some other good guys in there.
A lot of good guys.
They have some trade pieces to possibly be able to move up. There are lots of things that they could do. One thing I want to point out, Mike, is first of all, Johnny Furphy's a player. Don't think there's any question about that. I want to point out that he's averaging 6.9 rebounds per game at 6'8" as our center, and Miles Turner's averaging 5. Just want to point that out that 6'11" Miles Turner is averaging 5 rebounds a game. Congratulations, Milwaukee! You win the prize.
You won the prize. We have a 6'8" guy that is getting more rebounds. I love his game. I really do. And I love the energy he brings. I love the way the team feels about him. I think Halliburton's probably one of Furphy's biggest fans. And it's really exciting. It used to just be exciting to see him get some scrap minutes at the end of a game. He brought the crowd into it and everybody was excited to see him. But now a year later, he's starting. And this was a very productive starting lineup on Friday. And I think they've had this starting lineup for the last couple games, I think. It's probably the best we got right now.
Yeah, those 5 guys in McConnell, maybe Shepherd, the guys that we're kind of looking at as 2026, 27 Pacers that are going to be part of Halliburton and whatever happens in the draft and or trade. So my eye is on those 6 guys in particular. I've kind of given up on Isaiah Jackson being any part of the future, unfortunately. Jay Huff, I just could live without as well.
Jay Huff, if he's a backup, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want him as a starter. I think I think for the price you would pay for him, he would be a pretty good backup to have on our team. I think I'd rather have him other than Jackson as a backup.
Agreed.
Better defensively, does get some rebounds, not enough, shoots too many threes, shot more threes than rebounds. That's a problem. But coming off the bench,
that should be a rule.
No problem with that.
That should be a rule, Mike. If you take more 3-pointers than you have rebounds, you don't get to play the next game.
And you're 7 foot. And I think he did. I think he didn't play. He didn't play Friday night.
2 minutes.
Oh, was it 2 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
I fast forwarded to that part of the game then.
When Isaiah Jackson played 10 minutes, the interesting thing is Johnny Furphy 33 and Micah Potter 25. I think Micah Potter might be a real NBA player. He had 4 offensive rebounds.
I like his game too. And he does. Offensive rebounds are important, and I think he bangs a lot more than I really am disappointed in Jackson. I thought he would be a lot different than Miles Turner, and I don't know if it's injury. I don't know if it's just he just not fit. He doesn't fit in the system. He can't, or he's just not stepping up.
I think it's lack of instinct, and that's why he's fouling all the time. Is he just doesn't have that basketball instinct, unfortunately.
It definitely has the size and athleticism. And talking about instinct, that's the one thing I saw from Walker. We saw it in the G League. We saw a little bit of it last year. Walker. And Friday night, it was there as well. And again, you can't say enough good things about Walker. Nembhard, fantastic game as well.
So good.
Yeah. And then Siakam has been Siakam. He's been consistent. Uh, he's led this team night in and night out. He comes
Deserves
to
to be an
play.
all-star. Probably isn't going to be unless there's like a um, somebody has to drop out and he's a replacement, but he's earned it. That's for sure.
He definitely has.
All right, Mike, I think Friday's game kind of changed things a little bit in our minds about what to anticipate going forward. 2 games against the Hawks, a game against the Bulls. The Rockets are home, the Jazz at home. The next 5, all 5 winnable, all 5 losable. Not necessarily talking wins, losses. What do you want to see out of the next week or so?
Just continue to be competitive. I want this team to continue to grow, to continue to get the experience. But if we're looking at wins or losses, I easily think, I agree, I think they could win potentially all 5. I would guess 2-3 just with the history of the team.
I'll take 3-2, and I'll take the over again, Mike. I'm probably right, though. I think 2.5 is the right number.
I
The
do
over
too.
under. I think you could make an argument that 1-4 is a possibility. The Rockets are really good, and the Bulls aren't bad. But I'm going to say they beat the Jazz, they beat the Bulls, and they split with Atlanta.
I could. That's highly possible. Highly possible.
But man, when the Hawks are good, they're really good.
They can come and play. They were up for the OKC game.
Yeah.
They were totally up for it. What was really sad is Halliburton is not ready to go back there. He sat out coming to the OKC game just because the memories. But
Don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. But I would have liked him to been there to see them win.
We miss him, that's for sure.
But I definitely respect his decision. That has to be a hard place. I think the next time he goes there, he wants to be playing.
Mike, I didn't go back to Yorktown High School till this year, and it was still a weird feeling. The place where my athletic career came to an end with
Yeah.
I looked
It
out there.
haunts you.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, it's a little PTSD.
A little bit. 5-5 in their last 10, Mike.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
They're pretty good. Looking pretty good. Last week we had our hate episode because they played so poorly against the Pistons. Of course, none of their starters played. So I guess I was kind of all week preparing. What do we do if the Pacers are horrible again this week? Because we can't just come in here and talk about the same things over and over. But on Friday night, they gave us something good to talk about. And hopefully we will continue to talk about good things on the Pacers report until the night of the draft lottery, which this is our year, Mike. This is our year. And of course, the 5 games we're talking about starts Monday night in Atlanta. Mike, your partner sometimes, John Robertson, is there with his daughter. So I think we're going to hear from him on Greg and his friends talk sports, and excited for him. He and his daughter are going to see every arena in the NBA. Pretty cool.
That will be a good time. It'll be a lot of fun. I wonder what jerseys they're going to wear. Because I want to watch for them on TV.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. I happen to know the answer to that, Mike. He said on the Fever Report on Sunday that he's wearing his Aaron Nesmith jersey, the NBA Finals jersey from last year, because of how well Nesmith played on Friday night.
Awesome. So we'll be looking for that Nesmith jersey when we're watching the game tonight.
And John also got his Fever season tickets as well, so he's prepared for the year.
It's going to be a fun season for them as well.
Can't wait.
Come on now.
And Mike, you and I will be there to talk about it when it happens.
Looking forward to it.
Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media. And I love Susan.